Chosen one, listen closely. Heaven has paused everything else so this message could reach you. The waiting you've endured was never meaningless. It was a sacred pause, a divine recalibration. You thought you were being delayed, but in truth, you were being developed. While others moved ahead, you were being refined in silence. The delay was the disguise of destiny. You've been living between promise and manifestation, caught in that thin air where faith is tested. Nights blurred into mornings filled with questions, and you whispered, "God, did you forget me?" But he never forgot. The silence was not absence. It was strategy. God hid you, not because you were unworthy, but because the weight of your calling demanded deeper roots. Every tear that fell in the dark watered the seed of the miracle now breaking through the soil. The pain you thought would break you was the very pressure that birthed your anointing. The waiting was not wasted, it was holy work. The Word of God declares in the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verses 25 and 26. The Lord is good to those who wait for him, to the soul that seeks him. It is good that one should hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. Chosen one, this is not coincidence, this is divine intervention. You are standing on the edge of what heaven has been preparing. The storm has passed its peak, and the wind is shifting in your favor. You've been asking, when will it happen? And God answers now. It begins. The doors that once refused to open are unlocking because heaven has spoken your release. You are entering the moment every trial was training you for. Every sleepless night, every whispered prayer, every time you stayed faithful when no one saw it was written into heaven's timeline for this hour. Don't despise the waiting season. It was never punishment, it was positioning. Like a bow pulled back before release, you were being stretched to gain divine velocity. And now the arrow of your destiny is about to fly. The wait built wisdom. The pain birthed power. The silence sharpened your spirit. You can feel it, can't you? That trembling inside, it's not anxiety, it's awakening. Heaven's clock has struck your appointed time. Every force that once opposed you is losing strength because what is written over your life is being fulfilled. You've carried questions heavier than mountains. But God now answers not with explanation, but with manifestation. The promise is no longer on the way, it's here. Where there was drought, rain is coming. Where there was silence, sound is returning. Chosen one, hear this: the same God who asked you to wait now commands you to walk. Step out of fear and into the miracle that's been waiting for your faith to say yes. Now breathe. The waiting season is ending, and the fulfillment season is beginning. You are crossing from not yet to now. Heaven's announcement is clear. The time appointed for your miracle has arrived. Chosen one, before you scroll away, take this as your confirmation. This word is not random, it was timed. Comment below and type 777 as a prophetic declaration that you are stepping into your divine fulfillment. And if this word stirred something in your spirit, like, share and subscribe so that others who are still waiting can find the same hope you just received. This is your moment. Heaven has spoken. The wait is over. Chosen one, while the world saw nothing, heaven was working. You felt hidden, but you were being handcrafted. God placed you in the shadows not to abandon you, but to shape you. You were not forgotten, you were being prepared for the weight of glory that was coming. Every unseen battle, every silent victory, every time you chose integrity when compromise looked easier, it all became part of heaven's secret preparation for you. The darkness you walked through wasn't punishment, it was the forge of refinement. God took you through fire so that the things that could not stand eternity would melt away. You thought you were losing everything, but you were being purified. You thought you were standing still, but heaven was molding your spirit into a vessel strong enough to hold what is holy. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 18, verses 3 and 4. Then I went down to the potter's house, and there he was, working at the wheel. But the pot he was shaping from the clay was marred in his hands. So the potter formed it into another pot, shaping it as seemed best to him. That was you, chosen one on the wheel of the potter. He saw the cracks that life caused, and instead of discarding you, he began reshaping you. When you thought you were breaking, God was simply remolding your life to carry greater purpose. Every disappointment became a tool in his hand. Every closed door redirected you closer to your calling. You were never out of his sight. You were in his process. This season of hiddenness was heaven's training ground. You learned to pray in silence, to trust without proof, to walk without applause. You learned to obey even when no one celebrated your obedience. You were being strengthened in secret so that when the light shines on you, you would not crumble under its heat. God was teaching you that true power is not found in recognition, but in surrender. And even when you couldn't see it, angels surrounded you. They stood watch while you slept, while you cried, while you doubted. They guarded your destiny like soldiers protecting a royal heir. Every time you thought the end had come, heaven whispered, "Not yet, there is still purpose inside." The waiting, the silence, the slow shaping, it was never wasted. Like roots deep beneath the soil, your faith was growing where no eye could see. And now, those hidden roots will sustain you in seasons of abundance. The strength you built in obscurity will anchor you when the spotlight arrives. Chosen one, remember this: God never skips process. He values what is forged in fire more than what is gained without resistance. Every moment you felt overlooked was heaven's way of protecting your preparation. Every lonely night was the sound of destiny being written in private. You are now the evidence that pain can become prophecy, that waiting can birth wisdom, that silence can prepare a sound strong enough to shake the world. Nothing you endured was in vain. God never wastes a tear, never ignores a cry, never overlooks a heart that still believes in the dark. Soon, those who only saw your waiting will witness your revealing. But you will not boast, you will recognize the fingerprints of the potter in every part of your story. You will know that what tried to destroy you actually became the material God used to rebuild you. So breathe. Rest in the knowledge that you were not buried, you were planted. Hiddenness was heaven's strategy. And now that the shaping is complete, the unveiling is near. Chosen one. Can you feel it? The atmosphere is shifting. Heaven is stirring with movement again. What was silent is beginning to roar. The spiritual realm is no longer still. There is a cracking in the heavens, a divine rumble that announces the release of what has been restrained. You are stepping into a moment when the unseen becomes visible, when the invisible hand of God begins to rearrange everything around you. You've sensed it in your spirit before you saw it in your circumstances. Restlessness has grown inside you, not as fear but as confirmation. Heaven is breaking protocol on your behalf. What was impossible yesterday begins to unfold today. The battle that seemed endless now meets the command of divine authority enough, as Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 26. With man this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. The sound you feel reverberating through your life is not chaos, it's construction. Heaven is building the bridge between your prayers and their answers. Every angel assigned to your name is now taking position. You have reached the hour where divine decrees override earthly limitations. When God speaks, no resistance can remain. Chosen one. Do not mistake the trembling for trouble. It's the sound of chains snapping, and it's the sound of gates opening. You are crossing thresholds that once mocked your efforts. The delay you thought was denial was only divine timing waiting for alignment. Now that the pieces fit, the release comes suddenly. You've been faithful through silence, through storms, through seasons when you felt forgotten. But heaven never lost track of you. The voice that called you before you were formed in your mother's womb is calling again. This time not to prepare you, but to propel you. You are standing in the collision between faith and fulfillment. What you feel right now, the goosebumps, the racing heart, the stillness between breaths, that's the evidence of heaven's proximity. The veil between the seen and the unseen is paper thin, and God is leaning close. His power is not coming to you, it's awakening within you. There's a divine principle at work before manifestation comes shaking. Before birth comes labor. The cracking of the heavens you feel is not destruction, it's delivery. What's been incubating in the spirit is now being released into the earth. Your prayers have reached maturity. Your persistence has become a key that unlocks what was sealed. Chosen one, this is the moment to stay aligned. Do not let doubt steal the joy of unfolding. The enemy always tries to whisper fear right before fulfillment, because he knows your yes to God carries generational impact. Stand still. Watch the salvation of the Lord. There's a sound echoing from heaven like a trumpet calling warriors to arise. You are part of that sound. Your obedience has joined the song of deliverance. Every time you chose faith over fear, your voice became part of heaven's victory chorus. So now, as a prophetic act, pause and type in the comments, "I hear heaven." Write it not as routine, but as declaration. Because you do hear it, the stirring, the rumbling, the divine movement above your life. When you declare it, you align yourself with what heaven is already doing. You affirm that your ears are open and your spirit is ready for manifestation. This is not imagination, this is revelation. Heaven has spoken and the earth is responding. What was sealed is opening. What was delayed is being delivered. The heavens are cracking not in wrath, but in release. Chosen one, lift your eyes. The miracle you prayed for is no longer distant, it's descending. The sound of heaven breaking through is your confirmation God is near, and the impossible is bowing to his command. Chosen one, you have stood at the edge of waiting long enough. The tension between patience and promise is finally unraveling. Heaven has been aligning every detail that your hands could not control. The pieces that once scattered across the timeline of your life are now being gathered by the hand of God. This is the beauty of divine timing. It never rushes, yet it never fails. You once wrestled with the silence, asking why others advanced while you remained still. But you now begin to understand God's timing is not measured by clocks, but by readiness. He waits until your spirit, your circumstances, and his purpose intersect perfectly. When that happens, everything that once felt delayed suddenly moves with supernatural ease. Heaven speaks clearly through the words in Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven. For every promise there is a season of shaping, and for every miracle there is an appointed hour. You could not have arrived early, no matter how hard you tried. God's wisdom was protecting you from premature exposure. He knew that the promise given too soon becomes a burden rather than a blessing. Think back. Chosen one. Every closed door was not rejection, it was redirection. You were being guided away from traps disguised as opportunities. Heaven's hand has been steering you quietly, keeping you from the paths that would have drained your strength before your true assignment began. There were moments when your patience ran thin, when hope flickered like a dying flame. Yet even then, grace held you steady. God was not ignoring you. He was preparing circumstances beyond your sight. While you waited in tears, He was arranging hearts, opening unseen pathways, moving people into place, all to ensure your story would unfold in divine harmony. Now the waiting begins to make sense. You see how your character deepened in the delay, how your faith strengthened in the silence, how your discernment sharpened through disappointment. Had the promise come earlier, you might have settled for less, thinking it was enough. But heaven's not yet was the protection of your destiny. Chosen one, timing is one of God's greatest expressions of love. He is never late because He lives outside of time. He does not react. He orchestrates. And now, you stand at the point where divine alignment begins to manifest. The clock of heaven has struck your appointed hour. You'll begin to notice subtle shifts, conversations that flow easily, doors that open without striving, peace that settles where confusion once lived. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. The weight you felt for years starts to lift as grace begins to move on your behalf. And when it happens, you'll know. There will be a stillness, a clarity, a sudden sense of this is the moment. You won't have to chase what's meant for you. The promise will find you exactly where you are, just as Ruth met her destiny in the ordinary field of faithfulness. Chosen one, release your frustration with the past delays. Forgive the time you thought you lost. Nothing was wasted. Every day of waiting carried purpose. Even the years that seemed silent were filled with divine dialogue between heaven and your destiny. Now the two paths, your obedience and God's timing, meet. The miracle you prayed for is not arriving late, it's arriving right on schedule. So walk forward in peace. You no longer have to push doors open and simply follow the rhythm of grace. Divine timing has arrived, and it carries your name in its hand. Chosen one. Something holy is being announced over your life. The air feels different now, alive, charged with divine intention. Heaven has begun to speak your name aloud again. What was once whispered in prayer is now echoing in eternity. Your breakthrough has not just been approved, it's being proclaimed. This is the moment when dreams begin to take form, when the unseen steps out of shadow into light. You've carried promises in your heart for so long that you almost forgot what fulfillment feels like. But God never forgot. The time has come for your miracle to be announced. We find in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not delay. The heavens are speaking, and the earth is beginning to echo the sound. Signs, whispers, confirmations, God is weaving them into your daily life. You'll notice divine patterns, gentle reminders that what you prayed for is not lost, only waiting for its unveiling. The miracle is stepping closer. The atmosphere around you carries prophetic electricity, and your spirit can feel the vibration of destiny unfolding. Chosen one, this is not imagination. When heaven makes an announcement, everything connected to you feels it. The dreams that once went silent begin to stir. The ideas that felt too heavy suddenly breathe again. Even your surroundings begin to shift, because the hand of God has written now across your timeline. You might sense a quiet stirring inside, a tender joy you can't explain, like dawn breaking after a long night. That's heaven telling your heart to hope again. The weight that once silenced your praise begins to lift, because your spirit knows something is near. You've waited faithfully. You've believed even when it hurt. And now, the one who promised is moving closer. The voice of heaven announces not just your miracle, but your transformation. You are no longer the one who waits, you are the one who witnesses. The trumpet of heaven does not sound through chaos, it speaks through peace. This peace that's wrapping around you is not ordinary, it's confirmation. It says, "This is what you've been waiting for. Now pause. Breathe in that peace. Let it settle deep. This is not the end of the journey, it's the beginning of revelation. You're stepping into a story that heaven wrote long before time began. And when you feel that warmth rising in your spirit when tears come without pain, only clarity, that's heaven's gentle invitation to share this light, to pass it on like a candle in the dark. If your heart feels stirred, if you sense the sacred weight of this word, then do what feels right, share this flame so that someone else still waiting in silence might see their own dawn through it. Let your act of liking, sharing, and subscribing be more than a click. It becomes a symbolic offering, a ripple of light extending beyond your screen. Imagine it, chosen one. Every time someone touches that flame, another shadow fades. Every share becomes a seed of hope, every like a whisper of agreement, every subscription a choice to stay close to the light. Do it not out of duty, but as a quiet gesture of faith, as though placing one more lantern along the path for those still walking in the dark. You don't have to force anything, so just let gratitude guide you. Let love be the echo, because when light finds you, sharing it becomes worship. Chosen one, even when you cannot see it, the miracle is already in motion. Heaven is never still, even in silence. God is moving pieces into place. The answer you've prayed for is not forming in front of you, it's forming around you. What you thought was stillness was the sound of divine construction behind the veil. Heaven has heard every whisper of faith you've released into the night. Every tear that touched the ground became a seed, and now those seeds are breaking open. The roots of your promise are pushing through the unseen soil of time, and soon the evidence will rise before your eyes. You are standing in the in-between, the sacred space where God moves most powerfully. The Apostle Paul wrote in the letter to the Galatians, chapter 6, verse 9, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we shall reap, if we do not lose heart." You have not lost heart, chosen one, even when you felt drained. And because of that, heaven honors your endurance. The waiting was your proving ground. The discipline of faith you kept when nothing moved became the key that now unlocks your next season. Right now, unseen hands are working. There are conversations happening about you in rooms you have never entered. There are opportunities aligning that no human hand could arrange. You may not perceive the shift yet, but the current of divine order is carrying you forward. The miracle is not coming, it's unfolding. Slowly, quietly, purposefully. God does not shout when he builds foundations. He whispers and lays stone upon stone until the structure is unshakable. And when he's ready, what was hidden will emerge in full brilliance. Your task in this hour is not to strive, but to stay aligned. Keep your spirit anchored in peace. Keep your eyes fixed on the unseen. The movement of heaven often begins where human logic ends. The invisible is not empty, it's preparation. Chosen one, think of the seed again. It lives in darkness before it breaks through. It stretches downward before it rises upward. That's you. What feels like waiting is really growing. What feels like buried is actually planted. The moment the roots finish their work, the bloom appears effortlessly. And when the bloom comes, it won't come alone. Blessing will follow blessing. Grace will chase grace. And everything that once resisted you will yield in surrender. You will look back on this time and realize that the stillness was never stagnation, it was set up. Now pause and listen within. Can you feel the quiet hum of movement, the pulse of destiny under the surface? That's heaven's rhythm matching your heartbeat. The miracle is in motion and its direction is toward you. When this truth stirs something inside you, let your spirit respond. As an act of agreement, comment below 444. Let that number become your declaration that you trust the invisible work of God, that even when you can't see it, you know it's already happening. Because faith doesn't wait for proof, it celebrates before the evidence. And heaven always finishes what it starts. The motion has begun, and it carries your name, Chosen One. Before you leave this moment, write 444 in the comments, not as a routine gesture, but as a covenant of trust. Each 4 symbolizes divine stability, a reminder that your foundation is being secured by unseen hands even now. When you type 444, let it be your whispered amen, your way of saying, I trust what heaven is building for me. Your comment becomes a prophetic echo, a visible sign that faith is still alive in you, unshaken and beautifully certain. Chosen One. There comes a moment in every divine journey when faith must confront its final opponent, doubt. You've faced storms, delays, rejection, and isolation, but the most dangerous battle is not around you. It's within you. Doubt creeps quietly, whispering that maybe you misheard God, maybe the promise was never meant for you. Yet in this sacred confrontation, heaven stands with you, calling you to believe again. Every step you've taken has brought you closer to this moment. It's the moment when the battlefield of the mind must bow to the truth of God's voice. You've wrestled with thoughts that said, it's too late, it's too hard, you're not enough. But those words were never divine. They were the residue of fear trying to disguise itself as wisdom. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms, chapter 27, verse 13. I would have lost heart unless I had believed that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. That verse isn't just comfort, it's a strategy. Belief is the weapon that dismantles doubt. Every time you choose to trust, you weaken the enemy's grip. You've carried pain, disappointment, and uncertainty. But beneath it all, faith has been quietly breathing, refusing to die. Doubt tries to convince you that silence means abandonment. But in truth, silence often means that God is speaking louder in ways your ears can't yet comprehend. The creator of galaxies doesn't rush. He moves with purpose, waiting for the exact moment when your spirit is ready to see what your heart has long desired. Chosen One, do not let weariness make you misread the process. The presence of struggle is not proof of failure, it's proof of progress. You are still here, still standing, still believing. And that persistence terrifies darkness. Every tear you've cried has become a declaration of endurance. Every time you chose to pray instead of panic, you made hell tremble. You have survived what should have broken you. And because of that, you carry authority now. Authority to speak peace into your own storms, to silence the noise of doubt with the sound of divine truth. The enemy doesn't fight the weak, he fights the chosen. He attacks faith because he knows faith moves heaven. But you, Chosen One, were not called to collapse under doubt, you were called to crush it. You are not the voice of fear, you are the echo of divine assurance. Remember the seasons when you thought it was over, how grace found you again and again. That same grace stands before you now, whispering you've come too far to question now. Heaven is not testing your endurance anymore. It's revealing your strength. This is the moment you look doubt in the eye and refuse to bow. You say, I may not see it, but I still believe it. Because faith is not about sight, it's about knowing who walks with you even when the path disappears. When you lift your eyes again, you'll notice that the storm has quieted. not because it ended, but because you changed within it. The power that once belonged to fear now belongs to you. Chosen one. Breathe deeply. The air feels different because victory always smells like peace. The chains of doubt have fallen, and your spirit stands taller. You are free not because the battle vanished, but because you finally remembered who you are in the midst of it. And when heaven looks upon you now, it sees not a wavering heart, but a warrior crowned in belief. You have won the quietest, hardest battle of all, trusting when you had every reason not to. Chosen one. There are moments when heaven accelerates the unfolding of destiny. Time itself bends beneath divine command. What once took years to form begins to happen in days. This is not coincidence, it is the season of divine acceleration. God is moving swiftly, redeeming the days that were lost, reclaiming the time you thought could never return. Every waiting season has its reason, but when heaven says now, delay loses its power. You are standing in that hour where the impossible becomes immediate, where what was slow suddenly sprints toward you, Tsito. This is the work of the angel of acceleration, heaven's messenger sent to breathe speed into destiny, as was spoken in the sacred texts of old. In the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 13. The days are coming, declares the Lord, when the reaper will be overtaken by the plowman and the planter by the one treading grapes. New wine will drip from the mountains and flow from all the hills. This is not poetic imagery alone, it is prophetic reality. God is reversing the rhythm of your timeline. The fields you once saw barren will produce before you finish sowing. The harvest will overtake the labor. What took others a lifetime will take you a moment, because heaven has decreed acceleration over your name. Chosen one. You've walked through seasons of slow progress, of long waiting, of unseen effort. Those days were not wasted. They were preparation for this rapid unfolding. You were being strengthened so that when acceleration came, you would not crumble under the weight of sudden increase. The waiting gave you roots. The quickening will now give you wings. Divine acceleration is not chaos, it is perfect order moving faster. It is not speed without sense, but purpose without pause. The doors that open now will do so effortlessly. You will find yourself in places you once dreamed of but never imagined reaching so soon. Conversations will align, resources will appear, people will show up precisely when needed. Every step will feel synchronized, like heaven's rhythm guiding your pace. But remember, acceleration demands alignment. You must stay anchored in discernment. Not every open door is a divine one. The right opportunities will carry peace, not pressure. The true blessings of God never demand that you lose yourself to keep them. Let peace be your compass as speed increases. This season will surprise even you. You'll look around and realize that prayers you whispered long ago have already been answered. That what you thought would take a lifetime unfolded in a breath. It will feel almost unfair, but grace always looks that way to the world. Grace collapses time, compacts process, and carries you further than effort ever could. Do not apologize for the sudden blessings. You paid for them in faith when no one was watching. You sowed in tears, now you reap in acceleration. When God decides it is time, even lost years begin to bow to His word. You may not understand how it all happened so quickly, but you don't need to. Heaven's arithmetic is not your own. While the world measures progress in effort, God measures it in obedience. You followed His voice, and now the reward moves faster than reason. Chosen one, you are entering a divine current where resistance loses strength. Flow with it. Let go of the need to control timing. Trust that the speed of grace will not harm you, it will carry you. The angel of acceleration does not move with chaos but with clarity. As he moves, barriers fall. and destiny unfolds like lightning across the horizon. This is your season to see the promises of years fulfilled in moments. Stand firm, keep your heart steady, and watch how heaven redeems every second. Chosen one, the dry season that surrounded you is ending. The ground that once cracked under your feet is beginning to tremble not from drought, but from the weight of rain. The wilderness that looked endless is now becoming fertile. Heaven is sending water to every barren place of your soul. You have walked through deserts emotionally, spiritually, financially, even relationally. You've known the ache of emptiness, the silence of prayers that seemed unanswered. But God has not forgotten the parched soil of your heart. He has heard every cry and has commanded rivers to flow where there was once dust. According to what is revealed in the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 19. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Chosen one, heaven is breaking the drought. The dryness you endured was not the end, it was preparation for overflow. When rain comes after a long drought, it doesn't trickle, it pours. The soil of your spirit has cracked open wide enough to receive abundance now. What felt lifeless will bloom again. What was broken will breathe again. Every place in your life that felt barren, your hope, your faith, your joy will soon overflow with divine renewal. God is not just restoring what was lost, He's transforming what was dry into a riverbed of glory. You're about to see growth in areas you stopped praying for. The promises that felt forgotten are about to sprout again, stronger than before. The wilderness was necessary. It stripped away the distractions, the noise, the things that once drained your strength. It taught you how to listen for the still, the small voice. It trained you to value every drop of grace. Now that you've learned to find beauty in barrenness, heaven can trust you with abundance. Chosen one, feel it, the rain of mercy soaking the places you thought were dead. Dreams long buried are rising again like seeds touched by water. The dryness was not a curse. It was the sign of an unfulfilled promise. Now, fulfillment begins to bloom all around you. You are standing at the threshold of revival. Not just revival in the world around you, but in the very core of who you are. Your soul, once weary and cracked by disappointment, is softening again. Joy begins to stir. Peace begins to flow. You can almost taste the sweetness of renewal in the air. The Spirit of God is declaring that the old cycle is broken. You will not wander in circles anymore. The ground beneath you is shifting, and where you once saw wasteland, you will soon see harvest. The rains are not coming, they're here. And when you feel that refreshing in your spirit, let your heart respond. Comment below rain. Fall now. Say it not as a wish, but as a prophetic act, as if your words open the clouds themselves. Let rain fall now become your declaration that the dry season is over, that you welcome the abundance heaven is pouring out. Chosen one, raise your eyes and watch. The wilderness is turning to water. The drought has ended, and your soul is alive again. The streams that heaven promised are flowing straight through you. When you write rain, fall now. Let it be more than a comment, let it be worship. Each word becomes a drop of faith, calling heaven to refresh your heart, to awaken new life where the drought once reigned. Chosen one, the season of hiding has ended. Heaven is removing the veil that once covered your life, revealing what has been forming in secret. The time of obscurity was never punishment, it was preparation. Just as a seed must remain buried before breaking through the soil. Your purpose had to grow underground before the world could witness its bloom. For years, you carried greatness quietly, misunderstood by many, unseen by most. You wondered if anyone would ever notice the weight of what you carried, but God saw it all. He was crafting something eternal within you, something that no human validation could define. Now, the potter steps back from his wheel, satisfied with what he has shaped, and heaven whispers, "It's time." As Jesus declared in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 8, verse 16, "No one lights a lamp and hides it in a clay jar or puts it under a bed. Instead, they put it on a stand, so that those who come in may see the light." Chosen one, you are that light. The years of hidden labor were the wick being prepared, the oil being poured. Now God is striking the match. The flame that flickered quietly in the dark will shine brightly in the open. This is not a season for pride, it's a season for purpose. You are being revealed so others can find hope through what you've endured. People who once doubted you will soon witness what heaven placed within you. The ones who walked away will look back, not in envy, but in awe of what God can do with a willing heart. You are not being elevated for attention, but for impact. Your rise is not about applause, it's about alignment. You have become a living testimony of perseverance. Every tear, every test, every lonely prayer has become light within you. That glow others will soon see. It's not glamour, it's grace made visible. The favor of God doesn't shout, it simply shines. And now, you shine not to boast, but to guide. Chosen one, imagine this moment as a sunrise. The long night of waiting fades and the light begins to stretch across the horizon. You feel warmth returning to your spirit. The cold of isolation is melting away. What was hidden in darkness now dances in color. You are not the same person who entered the night. You have been transformed. Let your revealing be gentle, humble, radiant. You don't need to prove anything. Light proves itself by existing. Just be who you were created to be, and that will be enough to draw others closer to the source. And when your light begins to spread, don't hide it again. Don't shrink back out of fear of being seen. You are not shining for attention, you are shining for purpose. If this message stirs your heart, like it not as a reflex, but as a candle joining another's flame. Share it like breaking bread with those still sitting in darkness. And if your spirit feels at home here, subscribe not out of routine, but as a vow to walk this path of light together. Every act of connection becomes a constellation, each one a star lighting another traveler's way. You never know whose night might brighten because you dared to shine. Chosen one, the unveiling has begun. Step forward. The light is yours, and it's time the world saw what heaven already knows. Chosen one, when heaven begins to pour, it never pours halfway. The blessings of God do not arrive in fragments, they come in waves overlapping, overflowing, overwhelming. The season you have entered is not one of survival, but of saturation. You are about to taste what it means to live in the overflow. For so long, you have prayed for just enough peace to rest, enough strength to endure, enough provision to get through. But God was never planning to leave you at enough. His intention has always been abundance, so much that your cup spills into the lives of others. According to what is written in the book of Psalms, chapter 23, verse 5, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." Chosen one, the overflow is the evidence of completion. It's heaven's way of saying, the waiting worked. You were faithful in the famine, and now you will feast in fulfillment. The table that once seemed empty is being set before you, course after course of promise made manifest. When God pours, He doesn't measure sparingly. He fills until your limits break, until the boundaries of what you thought possible are drenched in grace. What once drained you will now sustain you. What once terrified you will now testify through you. The overflow does not come only in material form. It comes as peace that surpasses understanding, as joy that needs no reason, as love that overflows from the healed places of your heart. You will notice the difference. It will no longer feel like striving. It will feel like breathing. You've spent seasons in survival mode, clutching tightly to fragments, fearful that they might slip away. But now, your hands are being filled faster than you can empty them. This is what grace looks like when it reaches its fullness, effortless abundance, not born of labor but of alignment. Chosen one, understand this overflow is not the end goal, but a tool. It's how heaven multiplies what's within you. God blesses you not just to satisfy you, but to send you. You become the vessel through which His generosity flows. The blessings that touch your life are meant to flow outward to heal, to help, to restore others. So don't fear the abundance. Don't shrink from the increase. You were made to carry it. The same humility that kept you faithful in scarcity will keep you grounded in prosperity. The same prayer that sustained you in lack will keep your heart pure in overflow. Soon, you will notice it everywhere. Little signs that the flood has begun, favor you didn't ask for, opportunities that chase you down, conversations that lead to unexpected blessings. It will feel like heaven is following you, because it is. You are walking into days where joy finds you before the morning coffee, where peace meets you before the worry begins, where provision greets you before the need arises. This is the rhythm of the overflow, grace arriving early, mercy arriving daily, goodness arriving constantly. Chosen one, remember this truth: the same God who multiplied the loaves and fishes is multiplying your life. He is turning the little you gave into more than enough. What once ran out will now run over. You are not standing under a drizzle, you are standing beneath a waterfall. So lift your face, open your hands, and let the overflow fall. The famine is finished, and fullness has found you. Chosen one, the signs have been following you. Perhaps you've noticed the repeated dreams, the whispers of familiar verses, the sudden peace that fills you for no reason. Heaven has been confirming what your heart already knows. The miracle has arrived, and the promise is real. You are living in the afterglow of answered prayer, walking through days that once existed only in your imagination. Yet even now, heaven continues to send gentle reminders, quiet symbols, sacred numbers, each one a divine fingerprint on your story. God leaves traces of Himself not to prove He's real, but to remind you that you are still guided. As the Apostle Paul wrote in the letter to the Romans, chapter 8, verse 16, the Spirit Himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God. Chosen one, every sign, every synchronicity, every small nudge from heaven is the Spirit bearing witness to your identity. You are not wandering, you are being led. The path ahead is illuminated by divine conversation. Heaven does not speak in coincidence, it speaks in confirmation. There are moments when the veil between heaven and earth thins, when everything around you feels charged with meaning. You'll see a number repeated, hear a phrase more than once, or find yourself surrounded by symbols that stir something deep within. These are not accidents. They are heaven's way of saying, I'm still here. Keep walking. You are learning to read the language of faith and the language of alignment. It's subtle but sure, poetic yet powerful. The Creator who designed galaxies also designed these signs to align with your destiny. Every divine detail is heaven's handwriting etched into the rhythm of your life. Chosen one, don't overlook the gentle confirmations because you're searching for thunder. God often speaks in the whisper, not the earthquake. He moves through repetition, through stillness, through the soft echo of a word you can't escape. When you pause long enough to listen, you'll find that heaven has been speaking all along. The more you recognize these confirmations, the more they appear. Awareness invites revelation. The Spirit speaks most clearly to those who expect Him to. So let your eyes stay open, your heart soft, your spirit attentive. The signs that surround you are not random, they are relational. They are reminders that you walk in divine companionship. And when you feel uncertain again, look for the patterns heaven has already placed in your path. A number, a song, a sunrise at the exact moment you needed hope. These are divine winks from your Father, telling you that you are still on the right road. Now, as a prophetic act of recognition, type 333 in the comments. Let that number be your declaration that you hear heaven clearly. Each 3 represents divine harmony. Father, Son, and Spirit moving in perfect agreement over your life. When you write 333, you affirm that your steps, your timing, and your heart are in alignment with heaven's rhythm. Chosen one. The confirmations will keep coming not because you doubt, but because you are loved. God delights in reminding His chosen that they are seen, known, and guided. Keep watching, keep listening, keep believing. The conversation between you and heaven has only just begun. When you write 333, you're not typing digits, you're answering heaven's whisper. It's your spirit saying, I'm aligned, I'm listening, I'm ready. Each number becomes a door that faith gently opens. Let 333 be your living testimony, a simple mark of agreement that heaven and your heart now move as one. Every repetition echoes through eternity. I hear, I believe, I follow. Chosen one, the time of merely surviving has passed. You have walked through the wilderness, endured the silence, and now you stand on the threshold of dominion. This is not simply restoration, it is transformation. What was once broken has become your foundation. What once tried to destroy you has now become the proof of your authority. You are no longer a survivor. You are a ruler of the very land that once held you captive. The voice of God thundered in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 13. The Lord will make you the head, and not the tail. You shall be above only, and you shall not be beneath, if you heed the commandments of the Lord your God. Chosen one, this is the fulfillment of that word. Dominion is not about power over others, it's about mastery over self, over fear, over the cycles that once bound you. God has not just restored what was lost, He has elevated you to reign with wisdom, not pride. You've been trained in humility so that when authority comes, you will lead with compassion. Every trial you faced became a classroom. Every betrayal became a lesson. Every delay taught you discernment. You have graduated from pain's instruction and now carry the diploma of divine understanding. The wilderness was your training ground, but the promised land is your workplace. You've been equipped with empathy, sharpened by experience, and fortified by faith. Dominion begins quietly. It's not always announced by trumpets or visible crowns. Sometimes, it looks like peace in a place where you once panicked. Sometimes it's your ability to forgive what once poisoned you. Dominion is authority expressed through calmness, victory expressed through love. You've learned that ruling well begins with ruling your own heart. Look closely at your life, chosen one. Can you feel the shift? The old patterns no longer have power. The voices that once tormented you now fall silent. The habits that drained your spirit no longer define you. You are walking with a new posture, not as one begging for favor, but as one who knows they carry it. Heaven has entrusted you with influence, but it is influence born of integrity. You no longer need to prove your worth. Your peace proves it for you. Dominion is when your soul rests in confidence, knowing that God's authority flows through your obedience. You will begin to notice that doors open differently now, not by force, but by favor. You will speak and situations will respond, not because of arrogance, but because heaven recognizes your authority. You are walking in alignment, and alignment always commands acceleration. The scars you bear have become your crown. They tell a story of endurance, of divine resilience. You don't hide them anymore because they no longer represent pain, they represent power. What once embarrassed you now empowers you. What once wounded you now becomes the weapon that liberates others. Chosen one, this is your crossing. You have walked out of slavery into sovereignty. The chains that once defined you have fallen, and now your footsteps mark new territory. You will no longer merely survive storms, you will speak to them. You will no longer beg for peace, you will carry it wherever you go. The same spirit that raised Christ from the dead now lives in you. That truth is not symbolic, it is literal power. And because of that power, you will reign in life not with dominance, but with divine dignity. Walk forward now, chosen one. You have inherited dominion not by striving, but by surrender. You are no longer chasing promises, you are living in them. Heaven has declared it, your season of survival is over. Dominion has begun. Chosen one, the miracle was never just about what you would receive, it was about who you would become. You have walked through fire and flood, and both have purified you. What remains is not the same person who began the journey. You have been reshaped by revelation, matured by mercy, and crowned by grace. This is the moment where your miracle transforms into your mantle. You once prayed for deliverance, but now you stand as the deliverer. The things you begged God to take away became the very tools He used to build your calling. Every wound became wisdom. Every failure became foundation. Heaven has not only restored you, it has crowned you with purpose. As the prophet wrote in the scroll of Isaiah, chapter 62, verse 3, "You shall be a crown of glory in the hand of the Lord, and a royal diadem in the hand of your God." Chosen one, you carry that truth now. The crown is not metal or jewels, it is spiritual authority. It glows with humility, not pride. You have been entrusted with it because you proved faithful in obscurity. God saw your surrender when no one applauded, your perseverance when no one noticed. Now, heaven places the crown gently upon your spirit, not to elevate you above others, but to reveal His glory through you. The calling you now walk in will not always be easy. The crown you carry has weight, it's not decoration, it's destiny. But you've been prepared for this. Every crushing season taught you balance. Every heartbreak taught you empathy. Every delay taught you trust. The crown fits perfectly now because your heart finally understands its purpose. Chosen one, you are stepping into a new level of responsibility. When heaven crowns you, it is also commissioning you. You are no longer called to react, you are called to lead, to speak, to shine. People will be drawn to your peace, not your perfection. They will seek the wisdom you gained through war, the serenity you earned through surrender. Your voice will begin to carry authority, not because it's loud, but because it's pure. Every word shaped by faith becomes a decree. Every act born of love becomes prophecy fulfilled. You have become a living message, proof that God still raises beauty from ashes. Do not fear the visibility that comes with the crown. You are not being exposed, you are being positioned. God never crowns the unprepared, and He never sends the unhealed. You have been tested, stretched, refined, and now you wear the evidence of transformation. There will be moments when the weight feels heavy again, when the crown presses against the places that still ache. But remember, even Christ's crown was made of thorns before it became glory. Pressure is part of purpose. It keeps you bowed low enough for grace to rest upon you. Chosen one, the calling you carry will awaken others. Your story will become a spark for those still sitting in shadow. The crown you wear is not to make you shine, it's to make others see that light is possible after darkness. Look at your hands, they carry healing now. Look at your heart, it carries understanding. Look at your journey, it carries legacy. Every step you've taken has led to this divine coronation. The heavens rejoice when the called ones finally accept their crowns. And now, heaven looks upon you and smiles, not because you've reached perfection, but because you've accepted purpose. The crown rests not on your head alone, but within your spirit. It is the mark of one who has walked through everything meant to destroy them and emerged as a vessel of divine fire. Chosen one, wear it gently, but wear it boldly. The crown is both your identity and your assignment. From this moment forward, you do not merely walk, you reign. Chosen one, there is power in your story. What once felt like fragments of pain has now become a mosaic of victory. You have walked through valleys that few would have survived, yet here you stand whole, awake, radiant. Your testimony is not just a memory, it is a living flame meant to ignite the hearts of others. Every scar carries a story that can set another soul free. You may not realize it yet, but your journey is the very language heaven uses to heal others. The moments you thought were wasted have become words that will reach those still wandering in darkness. The same comfort that found you in despair will now flow through you like living water, bringing refreshment to thirsty souls. The apostle reminds us in his letter to the Corinthians, chapter 1, verses 3 and 4. Praise be to the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God. Chosen one, this is your mantle now to turn pain into purpose, memory into ministry. Your testimony carries weight not because it's dramatic, but because it's real. The world doesn't need polished perfection, it needs authentic light. And you, forged in fire, now shine with a light that cannot be counterfeited. There will be those who hear your story and find courage again. Someone will read your words, hear your voice, or feel your presence and say, if they made it through, maybe I can too. That's what divine storytelling does, it multiplies hope. You are no longer just the receiver of miracles, you are the messenger of mercy. Every time you share a piece of your journey, you open a door for another captive heart to escape its prison. Your scars have become keys. Chosen one, never underestimate the beauty of your vulnerability. Every truth you release into the world becomes a seed planted in the soil of another person's soul. Some seeds take time to bloom, but heaven watches over each one. Now imagine your story as a lantern. You hold it gently, and its light flickers in rhythm with your heartbeat. You lift it high enough for others to see their next step. And in doing so, you illuminate your own path even brighter. That is the power of testimony. It multiplies light without losing any of its flame. If this message resonates with your spirit, like it not as routine but as a way of saying, yes, my light still burns. Let that simple act be your flame joining others in the night. Share this message as you would share a cup of water with a weary traveler. Somewhere out there, someone's soul is parched, waiting to know that restoration is possible. Your share becomes a ripple of healing, spreading farther than you will ever see. And if you feel the warmth of this light in your heart, subscribe not as a mechanical gesture, but as a decision to walk together in faith's unfolding journey. Every connection becomes a thread in heaven's tapestry, weaving stories of redemption and strength. Finally, leave a comment below, not for attention, but as a testimony. Right from your heart. Tell heaven and the world, I've seen his faithfulness, and I am still standing. Your words will become an altar in digital form, a place where others can encounter hope. Chosen one, your voice matters, your story matters. You are the echo of God's redemption song, the proof that what was broken can still become breathtaking. Keep shining, keep sharing, keep showing the world what grace looks like in human form. Chosen one, can you feel it? The heaviness that once sat on your chest has lifted. The silence that felt like distance now hums with melody. What you sense within you is joy returning, not the shallow joy of circumstance, but the deep, quiet joy of resurrection. This is the restoration of your spirit, the rekindling of holy fire within your heart. You have endured the crushing weight of despair, walked through nights that seemed endless, and yet here you are, lighter, brighter, burning again. What was extinguished by sorrow has been reignited by grace. God is breathing into your embers, whispering, "Live again," as was declared in the book of Psalms, chapter 30, verse 11. You turned my mourning into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with joy. Chosen one, heaven has dressed you in joy again. It fits differently now, not as decoration, but as armor. This joy is not fragile, it is forged. It has survived the fire and emerged purified. It's not dependent on what you see, it's rooted in who you've become. The joy that fills you now is not naive optimism, it is awareness. You've seen the depths of pain, and yet you choose to sing. You've looked at loss, and yet you still believe in beauty. That is strength disguised as softness. That is faith translated into light. The fire within you burns differently too. Once, it was a desperate flame, clinging for warmth. Now it's a steady blaze, calm, confident, unstoppable. This is holy fire, not consuming you, but consuming everything that once held you back. It is passion purified by patience, courage refined by time. Chosen one, the return of your joy marks a shift in your story. You no longer wake with dread, but with purpose. You no longer count your scars as reasons to hide, but as proof that resurrection is real. You are no longer merely surviving the days, you are creating them with intention. You begin to notice beauty again, the way the morning light touches your face, the way laughter sounds more genuine, the way peace feels like oxygen. Heaven hasn't changed. You've changed, and now you perceive its goodness again. There will be moments when the world tries to steal your flame, when circumstances test your newfound calm. But remember, this joy is not external, it's eternal. It flows from the deep well of divine presence within you. It cannot be taken, only ignored, and you will not ignore it anymore. The fire of God within you will begin to attract others, people drawn not by spectacle but by serenity. They will feel peace around you without knowing why. That's the mark of someone who's been remade by mercy. You carry heaven's temperature wherever you go. Chosen one, your laughter now has power. Your joy carries healing. Even your silence radiates hope. You have become a living ember of revival, small in form, but capable of setting entire atmospheres ablaze. You no longer chase light, you are light. You no longer search for revival, you carry it. The same fire that once fell in upper rooms now flickers quietly inside your chest, steady and unending. So dance again, laugh again, breathe again. You have survived what tried to silence you, And now heaven celebrates your sound. This is your return to life, your re-entry into divine rhythm. The fire within you is not temporary, it is eternal. Guard it, nurture it, and let it spread gently until the world around you glows with the same warmth you now carry. Chosen one, you've reached the moment heaven wrote about long before you took your first breath, the place where the journey, the waiting, the breaking, and the believing all meet in sacred completion. The miracle is no longer a distant hope or a passing vision. It's alive in you. It breathes through your words, your choices, your light. You've come to understand now that the true miracle was never merely what you received. It was what you became through it all. The gold wasn't in the outcome, it was in the transformation. The delays, the losses, the tears, all of it shaped the divine architecture of your soul until you became living proof that grace is stronger than grief, and that light always finds a way. As was spoken through the prophet Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 1, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." Chosen one, this is what fulfillment feels like, not loud, not rushed, but peaceful, certain, whole. You stand now in the glow of divine timing realized, where everything that once confused you begins to make sense. You see the patterns in the pain, the purpose in the pauses, the promise hidden in every hardship. You realize heaven never forgot you, not for a second. Every moment of waiting became worship. Every disappointment turned direction. Every no became the guardrail that kept you from roads that led to ruin. And now, when you look back, you see that mercy was following you even when you thought you were lost. Chosen one, fulfillment is not an ending, it is the unveiling of identity. You no longer strive for blessings, you breathe them. You no longer chase destiny, you carry it. You are what God promised, walking in flesh and spirit as living testimony. The world around you will begin to reflect this change. You will find divine peace in ordinary days, favor in unexpected places, and clarity where confusion once reigned. Even your silence will speak a quiet assurance that all is well, because heaven's hand has finished what it started. This is the eternal echo of fulfillment, the sound of alignment between your heart and heaven's heartbeat. It hums beneath every word you speak, every step you take. You have become one with your purpose. The very air seems lighter because you are no longer resisting what you were designed to carry. Chosen one, what lies ahead will not be easier, but it will be holier. You will continue to walk with grace, but now from a place of rest rather than striving. You have learned that miracles are not interruptions. They are the rhythm of a life fully yielded to divine flow. The crown you wear is steady now. The flame within you burns constant. The glory around you rests gently, not as burden, but as belonging. You finally understand that being chosen was never about being perfect, it was about being willing. So, stand tall in the light of completion. You have crossed through the wilderness and come out radiant. The miracle you once prayed for is now a reflection in your eyes. You are no longer the seeker, you are the sign. The story does not end here. Chosen one, eternity has only begun to echo your name. And as heaven watches, the same voice that called you out of darkness whispers once more, "Well done, beloved creation. Keep shining, keep walking, keep becoming. You are fulfilled. You are transformed. You are the miracle." Chosen one, take one last deep breath. Feel how still the air has become, how peaceful your heart feels after walking through revelation, renewal, and restoration. You've heard heaven's story about you from beginning to crown, from pain to promise, from silence to song. And now, as this divine journey settles into quiet completion, know this: you are living proof that God finishes what He starts. You've been called, refined, and crowned. Every section of this message was written as a mirror to help you see who you've been all along. The miracle didn't simply arrive to you, it awakened within you. You are walking in the current of divine completion, wrapped in a peace that cannot be undone. Now, let this final moment be sacred. If these words have touched something deep within you, if they stirred tears or reignited your faith, then let your response be an act of gratitude, not obligation. Like this message as you would place a stone upon an altar, a quiet thank you to heaven for finding you here. Share it like the passing of a flame. Somewhere, someone is still wandering in the dark, waiting for a spark to show the way home. And if your heart feels at rest here, if you found a sense of belonging in this unfolding story, subscribe not out of habit, but as a choice to stay connected to the stream of words that remind you who you are chosen, crowned, and loved beyond measure. Finally, leave a comment not for attention, but as testimony. Right from your soul. Let your words echo softly. I am still becoming, because you are. The story of the chosen one doesn't end. It expands through every heart it touches, including yours.